this week, let's go behind the scenes and look at a top shepherd and his dogs working on their own farm at home. You see sheepdogs on farms all over the country, but I wonder if you take them for granted. They're not just part of the country scene. There wouldn't be any country scene without them. Not the same country scene anyway. Wild country, fells and hills that have no sheep if there were no sheepdogs to herd them and guide them where the shepherd wanted. The brainiest inventor can't dream up a gadget to control sheep half as efficiently as a clever dog. He's loyal and patient and wiser than any other breed of dog I know. There are about 25 million sheep in the British Isles on countryside, varying from the wildest hills to the most fertile valleys. Wild country like this would degenerate to worthless waste without sheep to graze it and sheepdogs to control the sheep. They're the shepherd's closest friends, though he treats them with discipline, but never with sentimentality. He and his dogs both live hard, and they have a strong bond of mutual affection. The dogs are as happy in the comfort of the homestead, driving sheep into a cattle truck for market, as working far up on the wildest fells.
Lay down, chop, chop, lay down, chop, chop, lay down, right, right.
These solitudes are tough for both master and dog, and they live lives which keep them as fit as athletes. It's by no means uncommon in country like this for dogs to cover 100 miles over heather and sharp scree in a day in summer, or to be called on to find and help dig out sheep lost in a snowdrift in winter. They earn every dog biscuit of their keep, not only controlling their master's flocks, but by breeding puppies for work abroad. Generations of inbred wisdom and skilled training are invaluable invisible exports. It's wonderfully refreshing to get out on your own farm with a dog you've trained yourself till he's so in tune he can steal the thoughts out of the back of your mind.
The main thing is that the dog must respect the shepherd as its master. But I like to think always that we're practically two of a kind, thinking alike, doing alike, everything. If I'm upset, I like to think that the dog knows that I'm upset. And if I'm very pleased with it, it knows just like that. You get a tremendous lot of companionship. Not that there's anything said so much as the way that they do it. If you sit down, there's no need to say anything. The dog will come usually and sit right with you, probably put its chin onto your knee and say, well, that's grand, mate, I'm still here with you. I'm still your best friend like you. They never seem to let you down. That is Cap's left-hand whistle. That is Cap's right-hand whistle. That is his stop whistle.
In case you wonder how to train a dog to go right with one whistle and left with another, it's simpler than you might think. You wait for the dog to go right of his own accord, and then you whistle. When he goes left, also of his own accord, you do the other whistle. And then, if you've got all the patience you need, the dog will associate the right sound with the correct turn. After a bit, he'll go right when you whistle right, and left if you send him the other way.
That'll do.
A sheepdog's life is not all glamour. His real purpose is to help the shepherd manage the sheep on his own pasture, but he mustn't run fat off by getting them in a panic nor damage in lamb ewes by hustling them on rough ground. Tim sends Roy out to begin the gather. He swings right out in a huge arc because a dog's instinct is to get to the far side of the furthest sheep. And if he sees a sheep over the skyline that the shepherd can't see, he'll still go on under his own initiative. When he gets round them, he begins to gather them down towards the shepherd. But big fells like this are usually worked by 2 dogs, and Tim sends Cap out to join Roy. This is sophisticated pairs work which would do credit to the best dogs in a competition. Each dog is trained to quite different calls of the whistle, so that Tim can send one right and the other left quite independently, or stop either as he wishes. It's a brilliant example of dog work, but don't underrate the shepherd. You have to think about as fast as light to get 2 separate dogs doing exactly the right thing at the psychological moment.
Reach